All right, here we go. One of the most common questions that we get is how to get started with our lines when we're at a workout. Now, as you can see right here, doesn't matter if we're on a basketball court or if we're here out on a football field, if we're in a hallway, if we're in an auxiliary gym, it doesn't matter. The biggest thing I can tell you though is you want to stay consistent each and every time you have that workout. Now, it may not be ideal, but what you're going to run into is you're going to see a 4-week program, a 6-week program, 2 days a week, whatever. And it's always going to be some type of preseason conditioning. That's the facts. We're working to change that, but we've got to work what we're dealing with right now. So this would be an example of a workout that we're doing for a team or for a program. And we want to set up our lines to our training. Now what you want to do is you want to keep that consistent each and every workout. Don't get confused and think that, hey, you know what, I have to be creative every time we set up our lines, or I've got to be creative to make this fun and entertaining. It's going to be fun, but you want to create habit for each workout so you've got something to hang your hat on. You can always go back to your lines and you can set this up. Now, what I see people doing a lot of times is that if it's a workout, let's take our football field, we've got a workout, and we line people up, and then every time we come to the workout starts at 6 o'clock, and you know, you've got different people in the first line, different people in the second line, different people. Here's my suggestion. The first time you're in your lines, make that your spot, create that comfort level. If you're in the first line, get in there the first day. And if you're in the second line, get in the second line, that's okay. All right, we'll get into a little tips here on how you can use those lines to your advantage in a little bit, okay? So we come to a workout, and we already know that we're not going to be running laps or we're going to be doing anything slow, static around the field right here. What we're going to do, so the workout starts, let's say I'm right here at the 10-yard line, and then all my kids are right here, whistle blows, time to get underway. Now what we should see here, and I'm going to use the goal line for example, is that let's say we have 10 girls in our workout. We have 10 girls. So what we want to do is we want to get 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we want to be 2 deep. So then I've got a second line right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got a first line and a second line. Now, if it's a situation where time is important and we don't have a lot of time, then maybe I'll go all 10. If I've got one coach to 10 girls, if I'm worth a grain of salt, I can make that happen. This way I've got a little bit more individual attention. So I've got 5 in the first line, I've got 5 in the second line. As we go through our dynamic warm-up and our core recruitment and we go through a dynamic stretch, we want to make sure that we're keeping these lines. Now, when you're setting them up before the workout, because you're going to get there and you're going to be prepared, you want cones or you want some type of identification for yardage. Even if you're on the field, even if you're on the court. So this, if I'm on basketball, this right here would be my baseline. All right, this would be my foul line, this would be my 3-point line, and this would be my half court line right here. Doesn't matter where you're going. You want to make sure that you always have it identified where your markers are. Okay. The reason you want to do that is because let's say I'm doing some type of sprint. Sprint 5, back pedal 5, sprint 10, and then sprint back 10. We want to make sure that everybody knows this, and you don't want to be trying to find this, even though it's rather obvious. Believe me, you want to make this easy for the kids. So here's what you do. You take your cones, however your cones are set up, and you have at least 3 cones right here. You've got one on the outside for the barrier to keep everybody from spreading out too much. All right, and you've got one in the middle in the C. Now, if you can do this and you have color-coded different colors of cones, use the color because then you can say sprint to the red. All right, so you've got your 5 right here. You've got your cones that are set up. And then you've got your 10-yard line for your barrier right here for cones. All right. Now, like I said, if you're able to do it, you want, let's say these are green, these are blue, and these are red. Now, is that important? Personally, I think it is because, again, you're trying to create habit, all right? We don't want to take a bunch of time for kids that have never been exposed to training and make this a big ordeal. We want to have this set up, all right? Green, blue, and red. So when you have your line set up, I've got 5 girls up. I've got 5 girls in the second line. First line's up. We're doing Russian march. Girls, what I want you to do is I want you to Russian march 5 yards to the blue. I want you to jog out through the red. And there's really no interpretation for that. It's not, well, I didn't know where the line was, or I saw the line, but I thought I was going to jog. No, I want you to Russian march 5 yards right here to the blue, 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 and blue. Everybody can see it. And then I want you to jog out through the 10 yards or to the red. So first line's up. We give them a ready, ready, set, and then they're off. Russian march, Russian march, Russian march, Russian march. They hit this, and then boom, they're jogging out, and then they're going to idle off, and they're going to stay right here. The way that I do it to make it very consistent, no matter if I have 2 lines, 3 lines, 6 lines, is whenever the first group gets to the cone and they take off, the second group starts. But they can only start as long as everyone is on the same page, because you want everything uniform. Okay? First group's up. Okay, girls, here we go. I want to Russian march, step and kick it to the blue, and I want you to jog out through the red. Ready, ready. First line. Go. They take off. You're watching, you're moving, you're on your feet, you've got your sheet, you see what's happening. Second line, here we go. Ready, ready. Go, and then they come out in a second line. Go. Here, 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 and we hold it. Jump out. Set. Go. And we hold it. What you're doing is creating habit, and you're creating expectation every time we come to the workout. Because you know you want the initial form and flow of the workout to be consistent. That's what you're doing the first couple sessions. Shouldn't take you more than 2 sessions. And then after that, we can dictate and then we can change this a little bit, but you're always going to revert back from that. So this is kind of a snapshot. The first thing you're going to do is set this up. You've got to instill this in your team when you're training them. Use this as a backbone. You don't want this to be a distraction. I told you earlier, there's a little tip right here, first line or second line. In our example, we had 5 up and we had 5 deep. All right, we had a total of 10 girls, okay? Now, what I like to do is when I'm coaching, I'll stand on the side so I can see movement. I'll stand on this side so I can see movement, or I'll roam in between right here. If you really want to pick a girl out that's been there to every workout and she's crushing it and she's asking you questions, she's sending you emails, you've talked to her mother, you talked to her dad, whatever, but you think that she needs that push or she's looking for that, here's what you do. Put her in the middle in the first line and make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make this third right in the middle. Make this a very coveted position. So whenever you're coming in, workout starts, like we said, workout starts at 7:30 p.m. So here it is, we're at 7:20, and I'm coming in, I'm setting my cones up, and some girls are coming in and we're moving, and I'm looking, I'm saying, hey, who wants the #1 spot, huh? Who wants to be in the first line in the middle? Who wants to do that? Make it a game for them. And I promise you, the girls will come to you and say, me, I want to do this, I want to do this, but it'll only be a leader. This could be a coveted spot. So again, to reiterate, you want to make sure that it's consistent, because every time you drop the hammer and say workout starts at 7:30, you don't want people shuffling around. Now you move back, and now you move up. Now I was here first time, last time. No. If I start right here, guess what? That's what I start. Unless you want to use this philosophy and say, you know what, Abby, last 3 workouts you've been killing it. Girls, bring it in. Here's what we're going to do. Abby's got the middle. She's going to help us lead this out. She's got the middle because of this. Pay attention, then we're going to move forward with that. So again, a couple things to think about. May seem very obvious, and it is, but it'll help your workout to create habit for your athletes. Thanks.
Hey, thanks for checking this video out. Just wanted to make you guys aware that this particular topic had come up several times through emails and through some phone conversations with some coaches. They wanted a better way and kind of a format to follow so they could set these lines up, getting away from the traditional static stretching where your team is responsible to go out, take the field on their own, make a circle, and consider that some type of warm-up. So if you have questions out there and we get enough of the same or similar questions, I'll take this to the classroom, we'll address it, and we'll work to help you guys out.